Listen, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is one of the biggest embarrassments who has ever been elected to Congress. I mean, you put her up against Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, Matt Gaetz, and some of these other people, and I think she's head and shoulders above all of them when it comes to embarrassing herself and embarrassing our country. I've made no qualms about calling her out over the years, and honestly, this might be one of her worst. And that's saying a lot because she has done nothing but embarrass this country. So when she's being interviewed and someone's trying to ask her about this Signal chat, and she's telling them, I don't care about your opinion because you guys aren't from this country. And then she gets basically dragged by another news person that she decides to call on and say, oh, you're an American news person. I'll answer your question. And then he says to her, yeah, I'd like your answer to the question that she was trying to ask you. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene goes on again to embarrass herself, embarrass the country, and basically, to me, disqualify this woman from ever representing this country.
Anybody else?
Should the Defence Secretary...
What country are you? Wait, what country are you from?
From the UK.
Okay, we don't give a crap about your opinion and your reporting. Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem?
Okay,
and no. You should care about your own borders.
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
Let me tell you something. Do you care about people from your country? What about all the women that are raped by migrants?
Do you care
No,
about
by migrants. No, do you care? Okay, you're done.
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
You know what? I don't care.
Service members fighting for your country.
I don't care about your
Vice
fake news.
President
Do you have a
and your
relevant
defense
question?
secretary?
Yeah, this is an American journalist. Thank you.
I'm an American, and I'd like to hear your answer to what she's asking.
I'm not answering her question
right,
because I don't care about her network. If you would like to ask, I can
Do you
answer.
have any concerns whatsoever about the complete disregard of operational security from the top level of this administration?
You want to know about complete disregard about operational security? You should talk about the Biden administration and how they ripped our borders open to terrorists, cartel, child sex trafficking, human trafficking, and drug trafficking across our borders for 4 years. The Trump administration is doing a great job, and I stand by their statements. I stand by their statements. My comment to you is I'm thankful to President Trump that he is leading us out of wars, that he's ending the war in Ukraine, where American lives could have been killed if Joe Biden was still president today, whether he liked it or not. We're talking about NPR and PBS today. We're talking about fake news that was funded with federal funding from American taxpayers. That's what this is about today, not journalists from the UK that should care about
A
their...
journalist is being vilified for exposing failings in the way that your government conducts itself.
And oh my gosh, shut up, Marge. With her, if it's not, what about Antifa? What about BLM? It's what about Biden? These people cannot stop with the what about Joe Biden and what about Hillary Clinton and bleaching emails and all of this. They just can't take responsibility for what happened. They just can't come out and say, this was a huge mistake. We should make sure we don't do it again. And we're all looking into this. And then answer the questions. She can't answer the question because she knows it's embarrassing and they don't have an answer. Understand something. When someone's first response to an answer about current foreign affairs is, what about the previous administration? You know that they are set to either lie to you or deceive you. And that is why they throw out these deflections. But Marjorie Taylor Greene should be fully disqualified from being a sitting member of Congress because instead of answering a question to members of the media, because it doesn't matter where these members of the media come from, she decides instead to deflect and tell her, why don't you ask about the things happening in your country? How about you go back to your country and protect your border and blah, blah, blah. It's the same old embarrassing talking points. I have to imagine that many of these people, these journalists, all of these people in the media sit around and just think, my goodness, what a time to be a journalist. Because anytime we stick a camera and a microphone in these people's faces, they provide us with some of the best sound bites that we could ever imagine having. And imagine at some point, there will be people reading in history books about Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene in her just complete idiocracy. They will be reading about Representative Lauren Boebert, who had, basically sex in a theater. There will be history will be written about these things, and we will have to at some point reconcile with the fact that we elected Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, Donald freaking Trump, Elon Musk, might as well throw him in there, Byron Donalds, Tim Scott. We are so embarrassing, and this section of history is going to be so embarrassing and will be so perplexing to kids who are reading it thinking, how in the hell did we ever elect these people? Or they're going to be like, wow, so that's when all this crap started. That's when the downfall of our country started, was when we elected these bunch of embarrassments to our Congress. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.